explain my assignment 5 of BEEQ1013, Introduction to Mathematical Economics to Dr. NORZITA binti JAMIL. So let's get started. So for question A, find the intervals for which the function fx equal to x cubed plus 8x squared minus 3 is concave upward and where it is concave downward. So there are 3 steps to solve this question. So for the first step, we must differentiate the function using the power rule. So for the function fx equal to x cubed plus 8x squared minus 3, we get the first derivative is f prime x equal to 3x squared plus 16x. Meanwhile, the second derivative, we get the f double prime x equal to 6x plus 16. So for step 2, we must find all the value of x and the intervals. So how do we find the value of x? We must use the second derivative function, which is the f double prime x equal to 6x plus 16. And since the second derivative function is constant, so it's equal to 0. So 6x plus 16 equal to 0, we get x equal to negative 8 over 3. So the interval, we get the negative infinity to negative 8 over 3 and negative 8 over 3 to positive infinity. And for the last step, we must test the interval to identify their concavity. So for the interval negative infinity to negative 8 over 3, I test it by negative 3. And I get the f double prime x is negative 2, which is negative answer. Meanwhile, for the interval negative 8 over 3 to positive infinity, I test it by 1. And I get the f double prime x is positive 32, which is positive answer. So the function fx equal to x cubed plus 8x squared minus 3 is concave downward in the interval negative infinity to negative 8 over 3 because it is negative, and concave upward in the interval negative 8 over 3 to positive infinity because the answer is positive. So we move on to the next question, which is question B. A stereo manufacturer determines that in order to sell X units of new stereo, the prices per unit in Ringgit Malaysia RM must be P equal to 100 minus X. And the manufacturer also determines that the total cost of producing X units is given by Cx equal to 1 over 3x cubed minus 6x squared plus 89x plus 100. So for question B1, find the total profit PX. So how do we find the total profit? So the formula for the total profit is the difference between the total revenue and the total cost. But we didn't get the total revenue yet. So the formula for the total revenue is the price times quantity. So what we get here is the price 100 minus x times x. So we get the answer 100x minus x squared. So now we can find the total profit. So we get the total revenue minus total cost, and we get negative 1 over 3x squared x cubed plus 5x squared plus 11x minus 100. So move on to next question. How many units must the company produce and sell in order to maximize profit? So there are 2 steps, which is find the first derivative of profit function. So the profit function, as we know just now, is negative 1 over 3x cubed plus 5x squared plus 11x minus 100. So after we differentiate, we get the p prime x equal to negative x squared plus 10x plus 11. So after we get the p prime x function, we can find units of x. There we can factorize this function, which we get 2 value of x, which is negative 1 and 11. So since we can't have negative production, so the company must produce and sell 11 units in order to maximize profit. So the negative one is automatically rejected. So for question B3, based on your answer in 2, prove your finding that profit is maximized using the second order condition, SOC. So here, the question asks us to prove our profit just now by using the second order condition or the second derivative function. So for the first step, we must find the second derivative function for profit function. So we must find the P double prime x. So from P prime x, we get negative x squared plus 10x plus 11. After we differentiate it, we get P double prime x equal to negative 2x plus 10. So, in order to prove our answer just now, our answer in B2, we must substitute the x value, which is equal to 11, into P double prime x. So, we get negative 12. Therefore, it is proven that profit function has a maximum at 11 since the P double prime x is less than 0 or negative answer. So for the last question, for question B, calculate the maximum profit. So this is very easy. We already get the x value, which is the quantity for the maximum profit. We only have to substitute the x value into the origin profit function that we get at the first question. So for the profit function that we get is negative 1 over 3x cubed plus 5x squared plus 11x minus 100. So after we substitute the 11 into the x value, we get the maximum profit is 182 ringgit and 33 cents.